Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's an absolutely beautiful morning outside. The day has sprung really well. I've got full blue skies and sunshine, and it almost feels warm, but I know it's not because it's the little iciness over the grasses. But it's a beautiful autumn day, absolutely superb. Almost to the point where I'd love to go out for a walk, which I might yet do. I'm Ros Boundy, Psychic Medium, and I'm bringing the daily card spread to you today. Not Lenormand again. What I'm doing is the Kipper deck as well. And that is again from the Sirens song. I'll take you over to the cards. Connect in with your guiding spirits, your guardian angels, your whichever way you like to actually bring in your realm of connections. Okay, excuse me. Oopsie, I just had my mouse froze there for a minute. So let's go over to the cards. Here we are. There's the cover of the box that the cards come in. So this is the Siren song. I have actually taken just the kipper for today. So it opens up like this, and there's the two decks that come in with the Siren song. Because what is usual for this deck, apparently, for this system, is to have both of the cards played as a spread. But I'm not doing that this morning. I just wanted to have a closer look at the Kipper deck. So here we are with, and it's got endings, we've got get together, and we've got, murky thoughts. It's a bit hard to read that like that. So I'm going to zoom in now that we've seen them as a full picture, and I'll move around with them as I read them. Now I have got a slightly different layout, so that what I'm doing is still using, whoops, it's not quite up, still using the home space and workspace for the two that are paired together there. And this bottom one is going to be the main theme, the subliminal energy around what we've got in our day to day. So we've got endings in the home space on that thought. Now, because this is the different authors and a slightly different deck, and it's being the Kipper, I am going to take the comments that they use in their book that they've created. I've just got to move that out of the way. Sorry for this. And show that Corinna's here. So good morning, Corinna. Lovely to have you here. So what we've got with that space in endings with our home space, it's about, I've just got to find it in the book. It's a really good guidebook. It's got quite a lot of instruction on how to do the actual spreads and how to interpret them, which way you do those. But as you know, I make up my own pretty much. I usually go with what I feel like Spirit's guiding me with in each morning, every time that I see them. So endings, it is a coffin, obviously, it's a coffin. So with these endings, what we've got is it's end, separation, loss, fatality, termination, unproductivity. Now that's the first time I've seen that as a keyword. But anyway, I'll read from what this is suggesting to us. So it's well known, dear diviner, that whatever the seed takes, she doesn't give back. So should this, and remember this story of with the kipper, and this is being the siren's song, it is about that more nautical, more seaworthy style of interpretation, because it's based with the mermaids, that is of the sea. That's why it's called the sirens. Mermaids were called the sirens of the sea, okay? Just in case you weren't aware of that. So, whatever the sea takes, she doesn't give back. So, should this baleful card show up in a reading, regrettably, your hopes and dreams could be dashed against the rocks. So, from the sound of this, it's looking pretty negative for today. There's nothing left but to heave to. Endings is a sinister apparition, heralded by fearful thunder and lightning, heavy squalls and raging seas. It carries with it the heartbreak of those imperilled souls who, having succumbed to the deadly sweet song of the sirens, have ended up in shipwreck. Shipwreck. God, nearly said the wrong word there. With dark portents such as loss, difficult phases, and endings, this is the most directional card in the deck. So by linking 5 surrounding cards together, now this is when you have a grand tableau. Grand tableau is where all the cards are laid out in one reading completely. So endings endeavours to at least shine more light on the cause and the effect of this situation. So in this respect, we don't need to take that as part of what the meaning is, because we don't have a directional aspect to this besides it's connected with the get together and the murky thoughts that we've got in the actual 3 card spread. So first, what is to be looked at is that there is some sense of um, in a sense, some dread around a death, of an ending, a finishing. Home space, I think it really is, it's time to give up some of those precious things that you have in your home. I'm feeling that it's letting that energy of the waters cleanse through again and have a bit of a time of, well, even though it's not spring, we're in autumn here. You might be spring, yeah, it would be spring on the other hemispheres, across the other side of the globe. What you're looking at, I think, is bringing forward that's needing to be looked at and ready to be shifted on. You know, do it as a thorough clean out, that type of thing. And hi Holly, lovely to see you here. You're over on the Instagram and the comments are coming up. That's wonderful. I like how it's doing that. It is working properly at last. So, and it's summer in Canada. Are we summer already? I think we're just on the tail end of spring in your realm and autumn in this one. We've only got a few days left of it, but it's very much moving into, yes, your summer and our winter, because it's getting cold enough to be our winter. Okay, yeah, it is as funny enough. So, you're in the middle of May here. Yeah, look, it's the end of it coming up, I reckon. But that's quite okay. Summer is good weather in Canada. That's good, because sometimes when we get to that level of heat here, it's hot when it's summer, most times, and no snow at least. So that's what you're excited about. No snow. I wouldn't know about snow. Haven't experienced it here. I've been on a holiday where snow was around and it was lovely fun. I don't think I'd like to live with it. It would be too cold for me. Now, so with this and the endings for what we've got in our home space, it is time to really clean out so that you're ready for your summer up, and really living in that more open, cleansed space, allowing things, giving yourself permission to get rid of stuff that you don't need anymore is what I'm feeling with this, and that's my strong message for that today. It is the stuff that we don't need. It's sometimes even very sentimental things that we really are hanging on to that don't need to be left in our realm, passed on, let it go. Someone else can use it, type of thing. We are such a consumerism based society, and we are wasting so much in the way of our resources by forever creating new. Reuse, and hand it to someone else to use if you are no longer using it. Spreading the love in how we do share as well. The endings are sometimes that we don't need to be in a situation any longer, or a relationship any longer, or have, the friends for a reason, season, lifetime. It's all of that type of thing. There are times where things need to end. So say your goodbyes and let it move onward in your life. Now, the get together in the workspace, in that is the energy of our funds to sustain us in life, because that's what we work for, isn't it? Is to be able to eat and shelter ourselves, all that sort of stuff. Oh, it gets to minus 44. Oh, my goodness. Oh, goodness. Yes, that is very cold. Very, very cold. Oof. Now, Get Together is card 4 in this Kipper deck. I don't know whether it is in the other deck that I've got that's the Gilded Reverie Kipper deck. I don't have it sitting out to have a comparison. I'm enjoying the different interpretations for this one in particular, the Sirens song. Certainly things differently in the way it's interpreted. Now, what we've got, oh, excuse me, now I've got an itchy nose. Keywords are obviously getting together because that's what the little phrase is in the corner. And meetings, friendship, kindred spirits, party, celebrations, social group or club, rendezvous. When you hook up to do what you love best, the atmosphere is happy, charged with heightened possibility. When you come together, the air fills with harmonics and pinpricks of light that glint off the waves. So, get togethers not only about formal meetings or casual get togethers, but also about euphoric feeling that's shared by peeps and peers, leaders or lovers who are on the same wavelength, bound by common purpose and beliefs. So it's really that connection with other people today, and not necessarily just for work, but it could be in that sense of helping you along with what is your income. It could be that you are on retreat with um, fellow believers in, well, for me, sometimes you go on retreat for meditation and realigning with your spirit self and that inner self and other people connecting and talking and doing all sorts of wonderful little rituals and things just to be reconnecting in that spirit level, in that is our soul, that is really helping to sustain and grow that knowledge and inner well-being, furthering, and even, oh, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, goodness, sneeze. Apologies for that. Oh, I didn't have time to put my book down. Sorry for that. I hope it wasn't too loud. Oh my goodness, that's tickling my nose. So it really does give that impression and feeling of a good day, a good time with other people, really connecting in and having a good time. My mind does go to those who are at the Body, Mind, Spirit Psychic Fair. Oh, thank you, Corinna, with that bit. Bless you. Um, I was meant to be at the Wayville Showgrounds today in the Jubilee Pavilion for the Body Mind Psychic Expo for this weekend, but because I haven't got a car, I couldn't do that. So I'm feeling for those who are, connecting and feeling for those who are there having a wonderful time, being able to be of service to people with doing readings and offering their products and wares and knowledge and all sorts of things, the messages that they'd be able to share. So hi to Leanne and Carolyn and Jackie and all of those that I know who are there in their, well, work capacity, but I know from my past experience it's not like it's work. It's just so much fun. So that's bringing that to mind for me. Now, as we get down to this third card, the one that is more the theme, why murky thoughts? And that's probably why I had that message come through as far as what I'm missing out on, but I know others are having a wonderful time at the Psychic Expo. And murky thoughts, well, a lot of people go to see the vast choices of clairvoyants, psychics, mediums, those who are offering their gifts in healings and the tools that we use sometimes. It's so much that, that the customer, the people who are searching, they go with those murky thoughts. They're searching for answers. And even when someone books with me for online readings, it's that purpose of finding order in what feels like chaos and this murkiness. So with this, the keywords are melancholy, gloom and doom, blue funk, doubt, worry, stress. Now, right on those keywords, it almost sounds like it's a negative card. Now, you know me by now, I don't focus on the negatives. We look at what is positive in all things, all situations that we're experiencing around us. So, slumped shoulders, audible prolonged sighs, heaving breast, heavy heart, face palm, what a poetic display of woe is me. If you could look inside the mind of murky thoughts, you'd see drizzle fog, gale winds, and storm clouds. And you would hear this snappy refrain, do we? Nobody likes me, everybody hates me, think I'll go eat worms. Do you remember that one from when you were kids or heard your kids using it? My goodness, I can't remember that. But anyway, if this card falls close to a Soren or another character, the emotional well-being of that person is likely overcome by a miasma of stress, worry, and unproductive feelings such as guilt, embarrassment, or inadequacy. We've all gone through those experiences in our life. We have that broad spectrum of right from the lowest to the highest of emotions. So that's what this is reminding us of, is that balance of how we do move through particular emotions in a day, even. Of course, we do. And a common lament for the murky thoughts is, how will I ever get through this? Hence, we are clearing these waters today. We are having that murkiness come to the fore. It's going to show up at some point in our day, but it is coming through with that cleansing. We're going to have that ending of what is the murkiness and coming together and really sharing and clearing those waters. Having those thoughts and feelings turn around and into something that's really happy, celebrating, bringing the joy back into our day and moving it through in that sense. So really what we could almost do is shift it like that and have the cards move to where they really are, bringing a story of what is the endings and choices we're making, and shifting that from that murkiness and into celebrating and sharing together in really good, meaningful ways, especially today, because that's what our reading is about. Each day we've got these different energies that are shifting about, and our way of learning through using these tools of cards is to bring it into that context of how it sits for us energetically, what we interpret, you individually, as the meaning, knowing our inner situation and what surrounds us as well. It's that growing and learning through how we're interpreting for ourselves these messages. So hopefully your day, if it's feeling like it's a bit closed in and you don't want to say goodbye to some things or get that work done, to clear the space and bring in that fresh energy with the endings card, maybe you are feeling that, know that by the end of the day, it is going to clear through that murkiness and bring you joy and happiness, because that energy will lift and you'll be able to share with others in quite some happy events in whatever way you can construct that. Okay, so I know I'm not going anywhere, but I can still experience that type of joyful get together by, well, it'll be a bit of a continuity for here, because here I'm going to just suggest and introduce. I have started with a new online system, booking method, or whatever you call it, that the instant connection ability of being able to do readings for people through a new service. Now, if you're interested in that as a reader practitioner or as a customer, do get in touch with me via the direct messages or messenger or whatever you'll find where it can be, even if you just so put. Oh, I just saw that comment coming up, Corinna. So you're heading to a heavy horse festival. Oh, I hope you have a wonderful day for that. That sounds very interesting. So that would be the Clydesdales and style type of horse like that. Wonderful creatures, aren't they? Yeah, my daughter used to do, well, she does still do horses, but in her younger years, she had access to a Clydesdale and used to really enjoy, working with that horse or horses. Anyway, so if you're needing readings personally with me as far as this new system, just get in touch with me and I can hook you up, show you where and how that works. It's not public yet, it's still in that early stages of launching, so it's just a little bit of a testing special at the moment. So you can certainly get in touch with me if you're interested in that, and especially if you'd like to be an online psychic reader, practitioner, whether you do clairvoyant, whether you do tools like the cards, or whichever way you do astrology, all sorts of options there. Tarot card reader, all sorts. Now, thank you for being here. I have left it very late today, only because I did sleep in. I had a wonderful sleep in, so it's really nice to spend that time, focusing more on your own comfort at times and really, instead of timelines. I have set an early time as being my regular set time for doing these readings, and that will continue around about the 8 o'clock. I do aim to be at 8 o'clock every morning, but Sunday can be a bit flexible. So I'm hoping that you yourselves can be reasonably flexible with how you're feeling. The energy with that endings and the murky waters does feel a bit heavy, but let it lift. Move that, the old stuff out. Look at how you're seeing things, change perspective, understand so that water is clearing, so to speak, so that we are shifting into that can be celebrating with other people and getting together and having a wonderful day. Make that your goal and intention, because really our intentions and where we focus our energy is where it flows. So keep being that best you as you're moving through your day as well. And we'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.